Winemaking in South Africa has a history dating back to 1659. South Africa is located at the tip of the African continent, with most wine regions located near the coastal influences of the Atlantic and the Indian Oceans. These regions have mostly a Mediterranean climate that is marked by intense sunlight and dry heat. Winters tend to be cold and wet with potential snowfall at higher elevations. It wasn't until the 1980s and 1990s that the exporting limitations were lifted and the South African wine industry saw a bit of a renaissance. We have been following the wines of South Africa for years now, and our selection has grown exponentially within that time frame. We have one of the largest South African wine departments you are likely to find anywhere, and we hope to continue this trend for years to come. Our selection includes just under 100 different wines priced anywhere from $6 to $50, many with points and accolades from respected national wine publications. Stop in or check us out online to browse our extraordinary selection of wines from South Africa.
Okay, so as we've been focusing on South African wine during this week's video, we're just going to look at a few wines here and really make the point of South Africa's been making wine for literally a couple centuries, and you do see some higher end wine, you do see some real site specific, but in our opinion and for our market, South Africa really makes its name with value wine. Under $10, they're really hard to beat these days. Not to say there's not some really higher end great South African wine, but we've really found their niche and our customers' niche to be under 10 bucks.
Yeah, the higher end ones don't really sell that well.
They don't really sell, even with the high ratings. The confidence is just not there yet, which it will be as people work their way up through what we're calling the value wines. So just looking at a couple here, just really simple examples of the category we're talking about. Have Ken Forrester, who's known as the king of Chenin Blanc, which is the white grape of South Africa, but this is his Petite series, red blend. So pretty highly rated for the price, $7.99. Cabernet Merlot, delicious. Simple, jammy, juicy, just really like kind of barbecue red. You've probably tried a couple of these now.
Yeah, the Petite, this little Petite Cab Merlot blend was very, very good when I did it on my tasting. But
yeah,
these wines seem to it's more of they're working towards a modern style.
Yeah,
and I think that's a good thing. The higher end wines, as we said before, don't really seem to be moving. Pinotage is tough. That's a grape that's pretty much just known in South Africa. It's Pinot Noir and Cinsault blended together, but it's so funky. I mean, it's really love or hate.
Yeah, Pinotage was going to be the flagship. It was like the Malbec, the way it is to Argentina, right. Pinotage to South Africa, but it became a bit polarizing, and people are kind of pulling back a little bit, and again making just clean, fruit forward, $8, $10 wines. Indaba has been called one of the best value wineries in the world. This is a brand new wine to them, the Mosaic, which is Cabernet, Petit Verdot, touch of Malbec, and a little bit of Merlot. And again, 88 points for $7.99. Excelsior considered one of the best value wineries in the world for probably the past 10 years, mostly due to the cab. But the Chard,
and they tend to make the unoaked styled whites.
Yeah,
so you should definitely try that out. Chenin Blanc, like you mentioned,
sure,
is certainly a grape that some people know about from Vouvray and places like that. But these are drier and they're really, really drinkable.
Yeah, and I think it's the reverse of some. If you're a new wine drinker trying to get introduced to California or introduced to Italy, the value wines are probably not a good introduction because they don't really get very good until they're $15, $20 plus. Where in South Africa, the value wines are probably the best introduction because they're showing you just kind of what they can do in a simple, clean, bright flavored way. So I think these are all three great examples: the Ken Forrester, Petite Cab Merlot, Indaba Mosaic, Excelsior Chard, or really any other wine from these producers. So I think over the next 5 years, we're going to see South Africa grow exponentially.
Yeah.
Most of that is going to be based on just the great value everyday wines.
Right.
And I think it's going to become kind of the go-to of everyday wines.
Yeah, since apartheid in the last 20 years or so, I mean these the quality has gone way up, I think, and they're more accessible. There's better distribution. And we've got a lot of them. So definitely stop by and we can show you what we have and start drinking some South African wines. Okay.
Thanks.